I know that there are two towns, one full of love, one full of hate. I know which one is up to me as I enter through the gate. I know that I am lonely, I know I couldn't be true. I know that there are madmen, I know I could be one too. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know the river's poison, I know the child is innocent. I know that there were gypsies here, don't know where they went. I know life is in the balance, and you can't cut the good and bad in half. And I know you just play and don't desire what you had. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know the one sweet honey, I'll be rolling in the morning glee. Be rolling in the wee hours, just her and me. I know power is a great inspiration, and just how small a man can be. I know the truth, it's whatever sets you free. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. There's a light shining on all the musics of thought. I know this debt ain't right, I know this education's bought. I know deep down people are scared, and happy people are high. I know a sinner is close to God, saints usually alive. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know grace is always there, it's I that comes and goes. From the Buddha to the ball game, I know what everyone knows. I know the good songs come when the mind is gone. I know the ice is melting, I know nothing's wrong. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
me I haven't written that song yet? It's not out. It's not in there? I feel like that must be in there somewhere already. But I hear you. Fascinating times, indeed. And here we are, together again. Hey, Ben.
I'm back in my body, back behind my eyes. I'm back in control, I'm ready to drive. Back behind the wheel, are you ready to ride on into a field of road, into the night, into the night, into the night, into the night.
All right, well, I'm gonna try to put on my investigative journalist hat a little bit tonight. I'll sing a couple to you first, just a little sugar to make the medicine go down.
American Night Owl is filmed before a live webcast audience.
Oh my God, I didn't set my camera up. I've been so engrossed in everything else that I didn't set my camera up. That is so funny. Wow. Hi. I guess I should set the camera up. I don't know what to do here. That is so funny. It's just not. I'm just looking at an empty tripod right now. I forgot it was the first show of the week, and my camera's been hunting hummingbirds. Wow. Let me focus. There's a focus ring on this little guy. Oh my God, that's so funny. I just hit the button. I was like, oh, hold the phone. Oh my goodness. There's a cool angle though. New vantage. And I got so much incoming content. None of it's really prepared. We're going to do a little investigative journalism here in a little bit. There's some goings on here around Stanton, Virginia, and I've been looking into it all, and I'm gonna try to share what I've learned so far, involving a local Black Lives Matter protest against the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. And all kinds of scandals that are erupting around this phenomenon, and it's fascinating. So many threads. It's going to be a good podcast someday. Tonight, I'm just going to tell you what I've learned so far. Hey, W, welcome to the show, Tom. Good to see you. Is there anything in the requests? I didn't look at that myself. I went live, forgot to set my camera up, so we're here on the puppet cam on the green screen. Actually, if I held up something green, probably I could be showing some. We could be doing this. I could pull the green screen down right here, put a little video. Oh God, do I really want to do this? Yeah, welcome to the show. It's gone from really low tech to really high tech really fast. Cupid says, combo corner pocket. I lost my head when an old flame sped. Passed on a rocket, I hopped on and fled. The boys in the band to a double bed. Now I'm headed for coffee, bouncing down the street, a wad of 20s in my pocket, the whole world at my feet. They call me loose change. Yeah, they call me loose change. Colorado, Econo, by myself, mano a mano. Stayed up all night, but there was nothing on. Oh, when am I going to sleep? I wound up in Boston with a grin on my chin. Lost her number, but I made a new friend. They call me loose change. They call me loose change. People write on the bathroom walls. They roll their shit into little balls. And whenever I read those words of wit, I eat those little balls of shit. Now that might not sound right, that might just sound plain wrong, but I bet this guy $20, I could put it in a song. They call me loose change. They call me loose change. Now I think I'm heading out to California, but first I'll swing past New York. I know a girl down in Baton Rouge who I should talk to some more. And if you see me with my thumb out on the side of the road, then you could decide the next place I go. They call me loose change. Yeah, they call me loose change. They call me loose change. Yeah, they call me loose change. Oh, yeah, we're rolling with it. If you're just tuning in, I forgot to set my camera up. I got so swept up doing investigative journalism and fielding phone calls and stuff. I went live all excited, 20 minutes late, and looked up and saw an empty tripod sitting there. I hit the button to go to my camera and was met with this right here. You know, that's what greeted me. So I turned the puppet cam. Quick thinking, and quick on my feet. But what the show must go on. Welcome to the show. Hey Beans, good to see you. Arpeggia. This is an arpeggio. Playing the notes individually. You know that, of course, but for other people, for the kids out there. For the kids out there, boy, let me tell you, we made some pickles last night. It's that time of year again, folks. It's pickle time, and it's one of my favorite times of the year because it leads to all of my later favorite moments of the year of adding pickles to sandwiches and salads and stuff. The pickles we make are my favorite pickles ever. So I just love having more of them I hate waiting. Now I have to wait a long time to find out if they're any good. But they look amazing. I don't want a pickle, just want to ride on my motorcycle. I don't want to die, just want to ride on my motorcycle. Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yep, it's a good one. It's classic. Clausen's are the best pick. Oh, you think? You would think. You would think. And that's exactly what most people probably would believe until moments after trying one of mine. Then they would probably change their tune. Now I make a bread and butter variety, and I got to admit, I don't get too creative. I probably should get more creative, but my mom gave me this recipe years ago, and I made these pickles, and they were like the best pickles ever. And then the next year, I just did it again, and now, you know, I'd hate to experiment and lose my pickles. I just want more of my pickles, but they're bread and butter. I hear you. Not into the sweet pickles. I like all pickles, so I won't argue with you too much. But I still think, wait till you try one of mine. Just wait till you try one of mine. Oh, the chats aren't showing up on this fancy screen here because we're on the puppet screen. Hold on, let me see if I can fix that. Gotcha. It's going to be hard to see over top of this spiral anyways. We could change the spiral to something. You guys could give me something in the GIFs or GIFs. Give me a new backdrop. Spruce the place up a little bit. All right, here come the chats in 3, 2, 1. There they go. Try Nathan's bread and butter pickle. They are $200 a jar because there's only 5 of them. And he doesn't want to part with them. I'll keep my eye on the GIFs or GIFs room on our Discord server here. See if, I guess in the meantime, we could just use the Discord server as my backdrop. Look at you guys. What's going on in here? Oh, there's action on the porch. People shooting craps. People shooting craps on the porch. And a new feature apparently has been dropped on us by the good folks at Discord. This is pretty exciting, actually. It's called Threads, and I've never used it yet. But apparently I can go in here to Dark Czar's comment, and there should be a plus around here somewhere. Where's this plus? And now we can have threads. Create thread. There it is. All right, we're creating our first thread. Thread name. What random Dark Czar poster are we highlighting here? Certainly the name of famous hot dogs. Absolutely. All right. New thread name, hot dogs. Nathan's. There we go. All right, this is our first thread. We're doing it auto archive after 24 hours. Wait, next. Return. So what does this mean? What did this get us? Going back. Where does that show up? We've made a thread. Oh, wait, no, how's it work? I don't even know. What's going on here? Did I hit something wrong? Oh my God. Nathan's hot dogs. Next. Return. Oh wait. Okay. I don't understand it. Can someone explain this to me? How does it work? It goes somewhere. Threads. They show up pinned on the right. Oh, I see at the top. Oh, look at that. There are no active threads. Wait, we just made one. Here, so people can see what I just did. Up here in the top right, this little thing. There are no active threads. Okay, well, apparently we don't understand how this technology works yet. Let's go back into the old gifs or gifs from old shows. I was like, God, was I chain smoking or doing magic tricks? I'm not sure what was going on during that show. Aw. What I can't tell you is what I can't show you. And why I can't hold you is why I can't sleep. And who I can turn to is who never knew you. I'm not tired of counting sheep. Love is a poison, hit straight for the heart. Promises are better than secrets to keep. There ain't no cure for broken. I'm not tired of counting sheep. You're on the ceiling, I'm on the bed. I don't wanna fall too deep. Son, if you're feeling like rising, go ahead. I'm not tired of counting sheep. But I'll go for days till I've gone for miles, and I won't come back till I'm out of reach. I won't rest, not until I know the number. I'm not tired of counting sheep. Well, the animated GIFs are accomplishing their mission of inspiring what happens next. It's pretty cool. Welcome to the show, Mark. What's happening? Yeah, so I should probably hook up my actual camera. If you're just tuning in, I forgot to hook my camera up. I was so wrapped up in this investigation and fielding phone calls and stuff. It's all just happening so fast. They got away from me, started the show 20 minutes late. making up for lost time here, and just using the puppet camera as the go-to camera. But I can hook that thing up lickety split. I should have some hummingbird footage for you, but stuff just keeps happening. You know, like I say, we got to talk about what's going on here with the protests and the all the scandals going on here on a local front. I've been trying to get to the bottom of stuff, and I feel like I'm just scratching the surface. So it's pretty fascinating stuff. But I do have some gold and hummingbird footage coming at you one night this week for sure. Wait till you see this stuff. What I got. It's pretty awesome. So stick around. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to hook up my actual camera, and I will be right back. Here's a new video that we're making here at home for the Holler and Hope song from the Holler and Hope album that was made right here live on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. You can listen to this record on Spotify or any of the streaming services. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Everywhere. Holler and Hope. American Night Out.
So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. If the world could hear my thoughts, from this world I'd likely be shot like a cannonball. I leave the light on, yes I do. Climb up to where I love the view. Sometimes the dark comes shining through like a cannonball. Cuckoo bird is not the best. Watch it rob the robin's nest. Watch it swallow the swallow's eggs. Such a sweet song. And I would never think to judge. There's nothing evil in a flood. Don't worry, I forgive you, but such a sweet song. For everything there is a time. For every justice there's a crime. We might not see, we might not shine. Someone will. And when you fall down in a hole, you don't care who drops the rope. All you can do is holler and hope someone will.
Nathan, what you did is really revolutionary. It's like really another level of magic that I don't think has been done in such a way.
Why don't we try this? I'm going to play on this track. You
Okay.
just
Just ignore us. We're not even here.
okay. It's not going to sound like actually could be amazing. Let's see.
When you fall down in a hole, you don't care who drops the rope. All you can do is holler and hope
someone will. God, maybe that should be on the record. We could use the porch board. We could just take that kick. Sounds like such a heartbeat right now. It fits on the record.
If the world
God, should we
can
call it
hear
Holler
my
and Hope?
thoughts
Holler and Hope.
from
Cruising along. I should put a countdown or something. I guess we got 10 days. If the 13th's the deadline and it's the 3rd, I guess we got 10 days. Artwork, all the mixes, we have to have it mastered. and we have to join a distributor, like a DistroKid or CD Baby or something. I gotta do some research there. If anybody has a hot tip, put all these things in the Pick in the Lockdown room text channel on Discord. It's a good place for notes. Oh, and a new feature that Percy can do while we're recording is if you do %sign notes. You can leave notes about stuff you hear as I'm working so we don't forget them. If you think of something like, oh, I think this should happen or this should happen anytime you're listening, you can just go into the notes or go into the anywhere you are, actually, whether you're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, wherever you're watching from, this command works. So you just do %sign notes, and then after that, write a note. I think you need more bass in that section in that one song. And then we can bring them up. So if you followed notes with a note, it would just go into these notes. More kazoo by tech support. We actually did some kazooing last night. Inspired a whole part. I came up with a part on kazoo, but at this moment right here, I forgot that happened, sort of. Ben was in here, so I just started playing kazoo, and then I came up with a melody playing kazoo, so then I faked it with horns. It's now a fun moment in the song. So, good note. Very good note. Over and beyond the Call of Duty, I love you for it. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, I can't help it, but yeah.
And the only reason I'm bringing that up now, as opposed to just keeping you working on this, is I'm wondering if you'll tell us the other notes you took.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to just say them real quick?
Yeah, I won't. I can just watch the show back. I don't need to write them down.
Okay, cool. So I don't remember. I didn't write down the track names just because I was trying to go quick. But the first track on your website, which
Sweet
you know what
song.
that is.
Sweet song.
Okay. I was feeling actually a similar delay on the shaker that we just created for the hi-hat. Could be kind of cool for that song also.
I don't think there is a shaker on it. You know what's on it? My nail file.
Oh.
I had to file my nails because they kept hanging up on the strings, and I was just sitting in front of the mic doing it, and it sounded so cool in the mic. I was like, I got it. That's it. That's the sound. It's my porch board is the kick, and my nail file for the shaker.
I love it. Very cool.
Should we put that on the track? Probably should while we're here. So glad the world can't hear my thoughts. Arno sent a bunch of stuff that I haven't heard yet for Imogene today. Look at this. Imogene all horns. Backing 1, backing 2, backing 3, high choir 2, and Imogene melody. What are these? What are these parts? I just can't imagine the record without Arno. Oh, I love when you bring in sent-in parts and they make this rainbow. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Would you look at that? Just look at that. Would you look at that?
I don't. I think this is going to be real neat, and I think all the tunes have their own individual qualities, and they're all really nice apart from each other. They're sort of they've got different atmospheres all within themselves, and it still works together really well.
Nice.
Because it's you that binds the thing really.
What binds it?
Well, your voice.
Oh, right.
The way you sing, the way you write, yeah, makes it all. I think sort of at night is my melting point at the moment.
Oh, I love that.
I think it's a good thing Lex is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I awoke in a land of dreams, stuffed and sewed along the seams. All my life, this is how I feel, and I have no idea now if I'm real.
It was a fun trip down memory lane, but I guess I'll interrupt it. Oh wait, let me see if got my camera working. I'm back.
So far.
Welcome to American Night Owl. I'm your host, American Night Owl, Nathan Moore. It works. It freaking works. That's a good little synopsis video of the Holler and Hope process. I should probably share that more. Facebook really doesn't like YouTube links, and a lot of times I'll upload stuff to YouTube, but then I should also upload it to Facebook. It's a lot more Facebook friendly if you upload it directly. You feel like you're splitting your numbers. When they're as low as mine, every little bit counts, and so I'm not on mute. You scared me for a second. I looked up and saw mute and was like, no, please no. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not on mute. Nor is the frog in my throat. It's fully there, fully there, right in the microphone. But long story short, I should share that video on the Facebook. Spread it around. Oh, who's this? This is a Twitch tuning in. Ace and 3 mic muted. I feel like he's playing with me. Or she. I've never seen that name before, though. Welcome to the show. What's happening? There's, this history. The show has a long history with the old mute. It has happened oh so many times that I was triggered just by seeing the word mute. I was like, oh no. I'm just now a little got stage fright with Twitch is watching. Twitch? No, you're good. keep me on my toes.
Hippie fiasco.
No, no, no. I did breaking news. I did the whole breaking news thing. This just in. Rob Boss did a bad thing. Oh, it was really funny. Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my God, it was how long was I muted? How long was I muted? The whole time? Unbelievable. Tell me how long I was. That's unbelievable. Ah, no. Muted. I'm so muted. You're kidding me. Oh, was I muted for all of that? Ever since we went to Discord? I was crushing. That was some really good Percy commentary and Discord commentary. Oh my gosh, I don't want to. Oh, now I'm going out on a whimper. This is so sad to me. Was I muted the whole time we were in Discord? It was the funniest part of the show. No, I was good that time. Oh. All the pertinent information. Pacing was perfect. Oh, it had a lift. I was going out on a high note.
Sure you were.
God.
Sure you were.
Don't worry, Amy. I'm always lying in those moments. I didn't say anything profound. I wasn't going anywhere with that.
American Night Out.
I had nothing. I never have anything. That's why we like me. And the way you guys change the show is why I like the show. Keep changing it up. I'm still just excited Twitch is watching. I think they got a little confused there for a second. Nefs Tot Dom. How does that name work? Tell me a story about your name. What is this? Not Diggs. Are you a professional puppeteer? Well, I guess in some ways I could be called that, a professional puppeteer. Also, a puppet myself from time to time. It's a ripoff from a streamer's name that you usually watch. What's the streamer's name that you... Wait a second. Why are we getting all these hits from Twitch? What's going on? What is going on? Twitch, what brings you this way? Watch this. Here's some professional puppeteering. Def's not him, but he gets annoyed when I make his name awful. Def's not him. Where's that name come from? All right, so we got Prex Talent Scout, Not Diggs, and Nef's Tot Dom, and they're all making puppet ref. Did my show just get shared by a puppeteering streaming site or something? It's very strange. It's very strange. We should get an investigator on the scene here to get to the bottom of this, because there's some strange things going on here. Hold on, we got to get our news crew ready. Hold the phone for a second. Oh God! Good evening. Good evening. Walt, what's his name here, reporting for Hippie Fiasco Rides Again News. Apparently, tonight on Hippie Fiasco Rides Again, several puppet enthusiasts tuned in from the platform Twitch. Twitch, ladies and gentlemen, a new Twitch record has been set mysteriously on the Hippie Fiasco Rides Again channel during the American Night Owl show with your host, Nathan Moore. That's right, folks. We have no idea from whence or why they came, but came they did. And here they are. All right, back to Nathan in the studio. More later. That's right. True story. We're looking at the data now. The numbers are coming in, rolling in. All kinds of action coming this way from Twitch. I can attest to that. And welcome they are. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of Twitch, for joining us here on in our little corner of the web. Hippie Fiasco Rides Again. We have a fun Discord server where people share fun GIFs and GIFs and stuff to become the background for the show. We have a disco you can hang out in. You can do some live painting or dancing or point it at your dog or whatever you want to do to be a part of the show. Your input is what fuels me. So there you go. But I'm also fueled by an insatiable curiosity about the world around me and the times in the past, in the future, all of it. It's a fascinating existence, a fascinating world, and I don't know exactly how to cover what I was planning on covering. I still don't really know. It's such there's a BLM protest that's been happening here in Augusta County. I'm in the city of Stanton, where I grew up. And but we're in Augusta County, and there's been a BLM protest going on for 70 days now. And yesterday, someone was arrested in Stanton. A guy from Lynchburg was arrested for a hate crime when he just out of the blue struck one of the BLM protesters. Let me see. This dude from Lynchburg, he looks angry, but a Virginia man is in jail after police say he attacked another man after targeting the victim with a racial slur. The news leader of Stanton reports the Stanton Police Department says a 19-year-old black man was the victim of the attack. According to police, the suspect, Robert Lee Kirby Jr., 41, of Lynchburg, had been free on bond after being charged in July with malicious wounding, but is now facing a hate crime charge. So he's facing a hate crime charge, and that just happened yesterday right here in Stanton. It's remarkable because it's such a small, peaceful town, but but this story is so deep. Now, I'm just trying to get my brain around all the threads that are going on. I know that it started in May, I believe it was, when there were 2 officer-involved shootings. 2 times police officers shot somebody within a week in Augusta County. The first person died, and the second person survived. But the thing was that in neither case were the police wearing body cams. So there became a protest to demand that the Augusta County Police start using body cams. And so there was an initial protest, and then there was one the following day, and then one the following day, and they just got on a roll. And now they're on their 70th day protesting for body cams, and in all different places. Now for the last couple of days, they've been a lot of times they're out in the county by the police, by the sheriff's office. But we're in the city that's just located in the county. We have our own police. We have the Stanton police actually wear body cams 24/7. So we do have that covered. Now here's where it gets interesting, and so I've just been hearing about this a little bit through the grapevine. It hadn't really been that close where I've seen it, and I haven't attended any. I've just been hearing about it here and there, like, oh, there's protesting. I didn't realize it was even an everyday thing until recently. But I do remember at one point there was this thing on Facebook where they were talking about how BLM was protesting at the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. And so I'm reading down the thread, and at some point someone comments, "Oh, these are paid actors by this company Nexus." So I'm looking at that, and I'm just like, what kind of QAnon crazy conspiracy theory stuff is this? Like, this is on a local level. Just fascinated, because all those conspiracies that people believed, they have some, or they didn't make them up. They almost nobody believes a good conspiracy theory they made up themselves, which I'm a little disappointed in. People on that level, they always get it from somewhere else. But so I'm just like, what is this crazy? And then I start seeing other people being like, yeah. And then I start seeing people like share these links, and I go to some of these links, and it's a little cryptic and weird. But it turns out that there is this company called Nexus, and they are based out of Verona in Augusta County. And I started asking around about it. I was like, have people heard anything about this Nexus? Like, what is, and almost down to every last person I've asked about it was like, oh man, yeah, they're so shady, super shady. I'm just like, what is this Nexus thing? There's a setting I forgot to hit on my camera, and it's changing exposure. See that? Forgot to hit the button. Here, wait. I might be getting to know this camera well enough to do it blind. I think I just did that blind. Yeah. Okay, so turns out here's what Nexus is. Nexus is like a multi-million-dollar corporation that started right here, and oh goodness, I should not read the chats till I finish this little bit of the story, because I'll get all distracted and curious. But I'll get to that, whatever that is. All right. So one of the main things Nexus does is they get illegal immigrants that have been arrested, and they get them out of jail on bond, and that's how they present themselves, as fully as a advocate and an asset to undocumented immigrants that get arrested, and helping them out. Now, they at the moment are getting sued by the Consumer Protection Agency, the state of Virginia, the state of Massachusetts, the state of North Carolina. They are getting sued up and down for, apparently they trap it. They're considering it a predatory business that gets these individuals into contracts that they don't understand at the time, and there's like $420 for GPS tracking or whatever, because like a bail bondsman. And so like they're being accused of being basically a scam that's taking advantage of the people that they're saying that they help. They have lawsuits coming out of California, all over the map. So this Nexus group or organization is right now like in court, being sued by states and by the Consumer Protection and by individuals that feel like they were fraud, that they were a victim of fraud by this company. All right, so Nexus actually exists. Nexus also has a a feud going on with the Augusta County Sheriff's Office, and I don't know how deep I should get into this. I don't know if we should. Part of me thought earlier tonight I should just deep dive on my live show and then edit it, a highlight reel of what I've discovered so far, and share it on Facebook or something. But I don't know. I just don't know. Maybe I should do the deep dive off air and just try to piece together a little storyboard with a video. I got all kinds of videos and stuff. Okay, so there's all these disputes. Like employees of Nexus have been arrested. There's this ongoing. There's lawsuits. I think Nexus is suing the Augusta County, and then the state is. There's all these lawsuits all over the place, and it's crazy. So then, let's see, where am I? Nexus exists. Okay. So then it does seem like Nexus is funding a lot of these BLM rallies against the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. It does appear that there is Nexus money behind it. I mean, one thing that's fascinating is like the BLM group that was here today. They are from, it's BLM chapter. I'm going to say the number wrong if I just guess, because I can't remember the number right now. But hold on, it's in my. See, I should take notes. I figured I'd whittle this down. I would just ramble on about it and then whittle it down. About to hear a second of You Got This. Here, let me just look at my history here. BLM 757, I believe is what it is. BLM 757. And that's the area code of Norfolk, Virginia, I believe. In fact, there was one interesting story where the leader of the Shenandoah chapter of Black Lives Matter, which he seems like a good person, but I saw him speak in a couple of news broadcasts, and so I Googled his name, and one of the first things that came up was this letter from the sheriff of Augusta County saying that Antoine, I believe is his name, Suter, who's the president of the Shenandoah BLM and started the first protest insisting on body cams. Now, before I go too much further, just so you understand, I actually think that the protests are legitimate to a certain extent. I believe the officers should be wearing body cams, and completely in favor of that. And I feel like there's just a lot of interesting dynamics that are going on that are at play here. So I Google them, and apparently when they protested at the Augusta County Sheriff's Office, they put up BLM signs, there on the public property. And then when they left the signs there. Well, they were picked up by somebody and maybe disposed of, I don't know. But there was a GPS tracker in one of the BLM signs, and Antoine Suter was trying to charge the guy where they tracked the sign to. And the sheriff came out with this written message to the community. He says, apparently this charge has gotten some media interest, and I just want to clarify that the person that took those signs down called and asked if if he was allowed to do that, because he felt like all the signs had been left behind after the protest, and he called the sheriff's office. They said, no, go ahead and get rid of them. The guy got rid of them. So then the BLM tracked him on the GPS, but the sheriff in his public statement said, but we gave him permission. He had every right to believe that he wasn't doing something unlawful, and so there won't be any charges brought up against the guy. But the interesting thing was in the letter to the public that the sheriff put out, he then said the signs were retrieved and they were picked up by, I forget his name already, but the president of Nexus came and picked up the signs with the GPS in them. So it's one of those things that, like, it just fuels all the division on so many levels, that, like, the conspiracy theorists and the conspiracy theory tendencies in people, and it's just such a fascinating thing. All right, so now it gets even more complicated to a certain extent, because a lot of people around here believe, and you know, you get them talking, they're like, a lot of people around here believe that they're making a reality TV show, like a Netflix-bound protest reality show based around how they got the, you know, Augusta County Sheriff's Office to wear body cams or something. Now, no idea if this is true, but after the incident that happened yesterday, there was some more weird stuff that happened right here in Stanton, just blocks from my house. I got on my bike today and rode down there, and I'd missed all the stuff that had happened, but still in the street was this truck that just said Paladin Media on it. I was just like, oh God, you gotta be kidding. I'm like, I feel like I'm living in a conspiracy theory right now. I feel like this is Truman Show and you're all messing with me. Like, really? So these whack jobs, like, I'm like, upon first hearing these theories, I'm just pure eye roll. Like, oh my God, what are these? How could these people believe this crazy stuff? And then I get on my bike and I go, and there's Paladin Media. And it doesn't mean anything. I'm sure it just is what it is. That's the thing. All these things just are what they are. Like, yes, Nexus is a nefarious corporation that's exploiting people, and they're funding these progressive movements and rallies and things all around our community. It's just that. It's not, I mean, it's just so easily understandable for being what it is. I mean, they found a way to make huge bank off being, you know, as appearing to be a completely altruistic, progressive, beautiful thing. It's exploited that, and it's taken it. But, you know, it's taking advantage of all these people. The idea that it's like some nefarious, like these BLM are just actors. All these, they believe what they believe. They're right in terms of their cause here. In terms of the police should have body cams. I agree with that. And even if I didn't agree with that, it's a completely valid perspective. I might have some issues with some of the tactics. It's just surreal to me that there could be like a revolutionary, like progressive activism thing happening within reach of me, and I'm not a part of it. Is very confusing for me. It makes me feel really old. It also makes me, but you know, on the other hand, I've gotten close enough to realize that I really can't fully be there for just various reasons. Like every other chant, I would have to sit out. I just can't do it. I can't curse like that really loud. I can't. I don't know. It's just I'm too old. I don't know. But I'm also a pacifist. I'm a legitimate pacifist on a very deep level. And it's stuff I've thought a lot about for all my 50 years, and I've explored a lot of things deeply, and I still come to that conclusion. And there's just some parts of the tactics there that aren't employing pacifistic principles in a way that I just can't contribute to. I also recognize as a pacifist that violence is probably necessary from time to time, but it's not for the pacifist to engage in that violence. In fact, oftentimes it's the pacifist's role to be killed by that violence. Every significant pacifistic leader in human history was murdered, from Jesus to Martin Luther King, John Lennon, Gandhi. The Mount Rushmore of pacifism is riddled with bullets. But still, it is what it is, and it's not what it's not. But this whole story and the whole way that the web works is just rife for running with it in whatever direction. And if all you know is what your friend told you, then you could easily believe lots of crazy versions of this story. And it's a hard thing to take, having people. I mean, it's a little straight. Like when I went downtown at one point during one of these, it doesn't feel authentic when there's people from out of town like doing a demonstration in your town. It's surreal, it's surreal. It doesn't feel organic. It doesn't feel authentic to a certain extent. You feel a little exploited, and I'm a little concerned with the hate crime that happened yesterday and some of the flare-ups that happened downtown today that were. Oh, sorry. So another part of this story is that there's been a guy and his wife that have started following the BLM protests around because it's gaining local notoriety. They showed up at the county fair a few nights ago, and so these people have sort of taken it upon themselves to like live stream the BLM protesters. And I mean, just look at the comment section on their YouTube as one of the videos is going by. It's not a benevolent force. It's they feel like, it turns out. I mean, I've heard all this story a million ways from Sunday, just since earlier today. But I mean, there seems to be some information that this guy was part of the insurrection, the storming of the Capitol on the 6th. It seems like there's some veracity to that claim. And he and his wife have started following him around. But then that led to this altercation right here in Stanton earlier today, where after getting punched by a neo-Nazi, basically, just out of the blue, and having been followed by these people for so long, it just sort of like tension and release, and it just sort of snapped a little bit. And there was an unfortunate confrontation between some of the protesters and this man and his wife, and his camera was sort of hit a couple of times. It didn't really come down to violence. The police were right there, but then there were police cars, and it was super tense for some moments there. It was like just too tense. It was crazy. But that kind of energy, is escalating a little bit. That's like 2 days in a row of sort of an escalation. And I feel like that's being done to my town in a way that isn't appropriate. And it's scary. And I don't like that coming from anywhere. It's just a little bit scary, you know. It's just like, why? But the reason why is because in May, 2 Augusta County police officers shot 2 people, killed one of them in the line of duty. In both scenarios, what the truth of what happened would have been extremely clear if the officers were wearing body cams. One was a man that was shot at 1 in the afternoon in broad daylight for being accused of charging the officer with a knife. That seems like that would be really clear footage on a body cam. You got the bright sun of the afternoon, someone's charging you with a knife. Like, you know, we don't have to take your word for this. And in this day and age, sorry, but the people are rewriting the script of 1984 and turning the cameras on the people in power. And that's our right to do. They are our employees, and that's the way we think it should be. And I think it's a worthy cause. So, at the end of the day, that's the nature of their protest. They got me to tell you this story tonight, didn't they? So even if I might disagree with their tactics, I'd say mission accomplished on some level. But wow, it's so fascinating. And this Nexus, I mean, it has the name Nexus. And they actually, when I went down the rabbit hole Googling them, there was one newspaper article about a rally that they held in Stanton against the Augusta County Sheriff's Office, and it was BLM, and it was sponsored by Nexus, and it was really transparent. It was in the newspaper, the local newspaper. It was like, this event was brought to you by Nexus and BLM, and they interviewed somebody from Nexus in the thing, and one of the employees of Nexus had just been arrested by the Augusta County Sheriff's Office, so there was all this stuff going on. And where was now I forget where I was going with that. Oh, but in that article, it said that they also operated what they called Nexus Media Group that makes media or whatever. So there's that whole aspect of it. The last 2 days, all this stuff that's been happening, there has been a film crew filming them, and they have nice cameras. Paladin Media. That was such a funny moment. I was on my little electric bike, riding through town on my way to the scoop. Like, oh my God, it's really going crazy down here. So I get on my bike with my camera. I got my GoPro mounted on my electric bike. God, I feel like my computer can't handle showing you this footage. But hold on. Let me see if a screen grab will work. This might lock everything up. Let's do this. I'll just show it on my Finder. My Nexus folder. It's in my freaking Nexus folder. I'm never in the footage. All right, so I'm just cruising along, going downtown, seeing what the hubbub's all about. It's like, I guess maybe I missed it, but I'm thinking, it's down at the courthouse. And then I see people sort of going different ways. I'm like, what's this? What is this here? Oh, there's a RV down here with cones. I wonder if that's them. I think to myself, I wonder if that's them. And then I see this. Paladin Media Group. Engine revving. Wait a second. Just hold the phone for a second. Look at that sky. Look at that beautiful downtown. So I decided to do a UE here. I'm like, that was something. I was like, I want to see who's in that RV. Maybe, is this what they're talking about? I could skip ahead. I'm psyched about how well this is working, actually. All right, the RV's still there, but there goes. Now I'm chasing them. See, I'm hot on the scoop. I could just, my ears are burning or something. My journalist ears. I was like, no, don't go. I don't know why I kept going. I almost turned off there. I was like, and I'm like, oh, they're going left. So I can get one more shot just in case I didn't get it the first time, where it can be clearly red, just in case it turns out. That I'm really in that movie Them, where everything is not as it appears. And I'm getting the proof. I'm capturing the proof. Swaby, did you miss the whole story? Oh, and wait, there goes the RV. Y'all missed it. Hold on. There's the Baja right there. Wonderful, wonderful bar and cantina. And there goes the RV. Well, Swaby is just tuning in. We're deep in the we're like having tea at the bottom of the rabbit hole, dude. We went into the rabbit hole a long time ago, and we're now having some tea. We're about to actually play a round of poker as soon as I get done with that chess match. Leela Marley, sounds like someone needs to do some more super sleuthing. Who is Paladin? Well, I've done some research. I did Google. Paladin Media are based out of Charlottesville, Virginia, 30 miles from here. And I mean, I think a lot of these, it's so funny because at the beginning there were pictures of people at the BLM protests, and the word on the street was that first that Nexus was making these protests happen by giving everyone cell phones and to come protest. Whoever came protest got a cell phone. None of this is confirmed, but and that they were filming a reality show that was. And they said one of the ladies in the pictures was Dog the Bounty Hunter's sister. And maybe she was attending one of the rallies, but Dog the Bounty Hunter's sister was somehow involved in the conspiracy version of these goings on. Of these goings on. I like that, goings on. Of these goings on was that Dog the Bounty Hunter's sister was going to do this reality show about this protest, and they were all paid actors. That's what people believed for a little while. All right, well, hold on a second here. All right, let's see what's going on. I got it. Okay, so Paladin Media Group, this has got to be them because it's Charlottesville, right over the hill. Creative content, imagination, story, artistry. Paladin Media Group is Central Virginia's premier production company. We create beautifully powerful video for clients scattered from Charlottesville to San Francisco, from New Mexico to Minnesota. You have an idea bouncing around in your head, or perhaps only half an idea scratched out on a napkin. Paladin Media Group will bring those ideas to life. We give them legs, we prop them up, we wrap those ideas in video, and we help them fly. That's what we do day after day, client after satisfied client. So somebody, and maybe, and it might even be Nexus, or it might not be, but it might be Nexus, has decided early on that, like, oh, we should support this this movement and maybe make a documentary about it. And if the movement's successful, then we might have a feature thing, like, and so that spreads the conspiratorial, like, to me, it's just so easy to understand that as, like, yes, that's just happening. It's just organic. It's not some crazy nefarious conspiracy where Nexus has created this fake protest in order to make a reality show for Netflix because nothing is real anymore and all they want is you to be divided. It's that version of the story is embraceable. I mean, you could believe that. I mean, and then if you believe it, then it's partially true. That's how this reality that we make up with our minds works. It's physics. But you don't have to believe that. It just is what it is. A lot of that comes down to were the original protests organic, and I believe that they were. I believe 2 people were shot by police in a county that did not have body cams, in a nation where there's a movement for police to get them, and it's been successful all across the country. A lot more police departments are using body cams now than they were in the not too long ago past, and that's a good thing. It's accountability, and it's important in this day and age especially. And so here was a county in Virginia that didn't have them, that shot 2 people within a week. I believe both of them were black. And so Black Lives Matter said, especially Antoine, a local guy that grew up around here who founded the Shenandoah chapter, and they led an organic protest. And I believe that that's what happened. And it is organic in origin. And then people swooped in. And, in weird ways, that there's a symbiotic relationship. At this point, Nexus is probably, in a way, taking advantage of this movement. A, because it's having a feud with the Augusta County Sheriff's Office. B, because it's making its millions of dollars off its image as being a progressive leader and assistance to people that are suffering, illegal immigrants. And you have to watch the whole thing, Swaby. I'm trying to say enough to catch you up to a certain extent, but I realize the more I say, the less that seems possible, because there's so many layers to this onion. It's deep. It's a deep rabbit hole, and it's fascinating. But yeah, that's what. All right. Any questions? I do have, lots of links, lots of videos. I guess I should probably just show that. Edit on my own time. There's a lot more I could say. I don't know. Any questions? Do you want to see some footage or what? I really feel like I should edit some. I don't know if I covered it well enough tonight, but I feel like I should make some concise version of what I've unearthed, because it's taken me a lot of work to get my brain around this story, and apparently, and from hearing it from so many different vantages and realizing that so many people are just galloping off into their own earth with their own spin of the story, that everything, of course, leaves out huge parts of it. Bean says, I appreciate your big brother watching itself camera flip perspective comments. Yeah, they didn't see that coming, did they? It's like, oh, big brother, say cheese. What did I do with my e-cig? So in other news, Swaby, Twitch was tuning in hard. We might even still have a hangers on. There was like 3 or 4 legit people from Twitch hanging out in Twitch watching American Night Owl. I wasn't playing Rocket League, or I wasn't even playing music. Still there. Look at that. Twitch blowing up. This is just nuts. I feel like we should have a party. I don't know. I got nothing. I got so much, but I got nothing. I know, right? I feel like this thing is about to pop off. Twitch is about to blow up. Wait till they hear my songs. It's probably when I'm going to lose them. I kept them for the whole like conspiracy, the nexus of local. Here's the I did do all this work as an investigator. I actually spoke with somebody that was a really important resource, and I didn't realize how important of a resource they were when I was having the conversation with them downtown, and just had, an interesting vantage and saw a lot of stuff happen in real time. But I realized that I'm not a good journalist later when I was telling Kethra the stories, and I realized I didn't ask this and I didn't ask that. I really got to get my W's on the tip of my tongue. My who, what, when, where. If I'm a journalist, that's all I care about. My opinion doesn't really matter when I'm on the beat. I just have to ask the right questions and try to get to the bottom of what actually happened. Who, what, where, when. Josie, welcome to the... Oh, really? Well, welcome to the show. Well, I just spent the last, I don't know, that was quite a yarn there. Last probably 30 minutes talking about this. But I do feel like I should edit down a more concise what I've gotten to the bottom of just for the local community here, because I feel like so many people are hearing about this and catching wind of it, and so many crazy ways to spin this story. I feel like everybody needs to hear all perspectives to truly understand what is happening, what might be happening. Nice beard. Yeah? I think I'm getting a little bit better at cutting it. It was quite a long while there where every time I would trim it down, I would feel ridiculous for days until it grew back out. It just looked like I'd taken hedge clippers to it or something. Just big, wrong swaths, not proportional. But maybe I'm getting better at that. Well, we should go to a break before I find the leaving song. Part of me wonders if I've left out anything really crucial to that story that I'm gonna want when I edit it down, when I whittle it down just to the bare essence. I got all these videos I grabbed off YouTube too. I was actually planning on going way deeper into the hole for you. Hey Tom, maybe if you play a song for the Twitch folks, you'll get a couple more regulars. I'm afraid they're gonna tune out as soon as I start singing. The first night I ramble on about politics, people start tuning in. It'll be like, instead of shut up and sing, it'll be like, stop singing and talk politics. can't talk to who's not listening. You can't tell them what they need to hear. You can't show them what would open their eyes. And if they saw you surprised, you disappear. And it's just such blindness, such deafness, which is killing us slow and killing us sure. And there's just no way that they won't be the poison. There's just no way that you can be the cure. Does that mean give up? Why, yes it does. Pull up your britches, let's dance in the mud. Love is yours still, it's forever sweet. Such has always been the glory and the blood. To feel such pain when so easily inside you just save them. But turn not to judge, no please you remain. You remind me of the well I wish it. And as the master of music simply put it, it is what you don't, it's not what you do. So toast to what this spring shall bring, to us, to truth tonight, to you. So fun. I'll be right back with a leaving song. American Night Out. Oh yeah, Taos. Oh man, I had some of that on quiche. On some quiche last night.
Make it hot.
Hot sauce.
Taos, New Mexico. Taos Hum Hot Sauce. Oh man.
It's like another plane.
Got a little heat. Which one did y'all use? What sauce?
Green.
Both went with the green.
Yeah.
It's a crowd favorite.
I had a
even
lot of
though
green too.
I like the peach and I like that super hot one. What
That
was
green
one called
is
again?
so good.
Trinidad.
Yeah, that's really good too.
This is the chocolate Trinidad.
Yeah, you can only take a few dots, but it's really
That's all you
good.
need. Taos hum. Make it stop. That's right, 20% off. Just use code word hippie. Get you some.
Make it hot.
Suffering succotash.
Is it midnight yet in Ferguson? These days get hotter when the evening comes. And I just might get to see the morning sun if I don't wind up in room 101. And we'll never know what it might have been like, and we'll disagree on what came first, like the chicken and the egg and the diner all night. Gonna have to get better, 'cause it's gonna get worse. Yeah. Is it midnight yet in Ferguson? Men with guns, those who loot. This is our fight, yeah, we're the peaceful ones. Our hands are up, don't shoot. We'll never know what it might have been like, and we'll disagree on what came first, like the chicken and the egg and the diner all night. Gonna have to get better, 'cause it's gonna get worse. We'll never know what it might have been like, and we'll disagree on what came first, like the chicken and the egg and the diner all night. Gonna have to get better, 'cause we'll never know what it might have been like, and we'll disagree on what came first, like the chicken and the egg and the diner all night. Gonna have to get better, 'cause it's gonna get worse. Midnight yet in Ferguson? Is it 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 midnight yet in Ferguson?
Yeah, that was shot right here at the soon-to-be reopened reincarnation of Marina's Lunch. Can't wait for the triumphant return of that. Get to go back to church. Get to go back to church. Well, look at me. I had all that time and I didn't roll a cigarette. Still looking for my e-cig. Oh, there it is. It's in the charger. Oh, maybe that's all I need. Hey, Liz. Well, you guys really tuned in for a very long-winded story there. Thanks for sticking with me. I'm looking at this request list in the Discord, and I feel like it's last week's, and I forgot to clear it last trash night. Looking at it, that's how it seems to me. So I'm going to clear it. But for our leaving song, we'll call from the end of the list here. Now, Gonna Fly Now from Rocky by Honey Hive. What song is that? I don't even know what you're talking about. Oh, is story time on there? Oh, you mean my actual story time? Long-winded yarn. Yeah, that was fun. I feel like I'm gonna be horrified when I listen back to it because you need notes for that. You need some notes. You need an outline. You need some Roman numerals and some ABCs itemizing this story. You just can't wing it. You leave out a whole arm of the body of the tail. Leave off the head. Like, oh God. Listening back to it, I realized I didn't put the head on that thing. I don't know. I feel like we should do one of these songs to I was going to say this beat. I hit the button. I've been moving stuff around in here. Oh, maybe it did work. All right, how about this? Someone get Percy to roll the dice, and we'll let Percy decide which of these 16 songs I do to this beat, and then I'll bid you good night. Then I'll let you go. Somebody, all you have to do is type in % roll from wherever you are, I think. I'm not sure. Swaby's on it. % roll. All right, the number's 10. Number 10. Number 10 is yay, yay. Look at how did you do that, Swaby? He predicted his own roll. Look at him. If you look back, he's like, we did yay, yay. He mentions yay, yay right there and then rolls the 10. Amazing. All right. Wait, didn't I play it to electric originally? I can't remember now. I just had a flashback. Oh, on piano, remember? Yep. It was a loop was going and I played it on piano. First time for everything. All I ever wanted was hand to mouth, to live off the land somewhere in the south, to have a little garden and a child or two, and a little lady saying I love you. Here I am waiting tables, my shift is hardly through. Whoa, whoa. Indians in picture books dancing for the rain, pioneers in rowboats off the coast of Spain. They're chasing down the buffalo, falling manly in the plain. They're being held by Mother Earth and calling her by name. Only the 7-Eleven's open, I got pockets full of change. Whoa. Back when dinner took all day, when Grandma played the banjo and we'd sit and sway, when the night was lit by lamplight and the flicker of flame. 10 miles was quite a ways. Now I got a Slurpee and a hot dog and a long look on my face. Whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah.
revolution's still being fought, it's not too late. A revolution's just a return to a previous state. Well, neither by those who only take what they need, or by those who pollute the world with their greed. I shall be delivered, my dream indeed. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow night. Be silly. Be honest. Always trust your cape. I got a poem for you. It's coming up in just a second here. I gotta tear myself away.
Thanks again so much. See you tomorrow night. Let's see. What's the poem? Which one should it be? I need some more. Leave a poem on the hotline. Maybe we'll redo the one that was left on the hotline. We have a hotline here, folks. 540-999-1712. Let's see. There it is. Found it. This is Maverick by Gary Snyder.
This is a poem called I Went into the Maverick Bar by Gary Snyder. I went into the Maverick Bar in Farmington, New Mexico, and drank double shots of bourbon backed with beer. My long hair was tucked up under a cap. I'd left the earring in the car. 2 cowboys did horseplay by the pool tables. A waitress asked us, "Where are you from?" A country and western band began to play We Don't Smoke Marijuana in Muskogee. And with the next song, a couple began to dance. They held each other like in high school dances in the 50s. I recalled when I worked in the woods in the bars of Madras, Oregon. That short-haired joy and roughness, America, your stupidity, I could almost love you again. We left onto the freeway shoulders. Under the tough old stars, in the shadow of bluff, I came back to myself, to the real work, to what is to be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your hats. We would like the military and all veterans to please salute the flag. And now, please welcome Becky Dotson, who will perform our national anthem.